New York City is full of fake buildings. This is the first time of me hearing about fake buildings in New York. So really interested to see what we got with this video. Before we do get into this, I appreciate if you guys can hit that subscribe button. Let's jump straight into this and check this video out. Is that one right there? It is normal. Hello?
Well, doesn't look like anybody's home, and that's because this building is fake.
There have been stories that it's a secret passageway down to the depths of New York.
Sometimes when you walk by at night, there's like a glow. It's like an orange glow.
Many are calling this skyscraper the most terrifying building in the world.
I've definitely heard that.
Wait. Does it not have windows? It's just brick. What are these holes? What?
World.
I've definitely heard that there's maybe some secret government stuff in there.
Wait. There's no windows, but there are ventilations? Bro, what is this building?
Secret government stuff in there.
False facades like this one hiding government facilities are hardly unique throughout the country.
What? Is that what they are?
Not everyone knows it's a fake building.
I thought it was just a regular building. I mean, I come up the street all the time.
That's crazy.
Like
You're probably not the only person.
No.
So this is our first fake building, 58 Geralaman Street. We've got a whole bunch of fake buildings to look at today.
I beg we get to go in them. I don't think we'll be able to, right? I don't know. That's so weird.
A creepy tower with no windows, a former biolab, and they're all here in New York.
Others who live in the neighborhood say once they notice the building, they notice some strange sights and sounds. It's like something out of Ghostbusters.
Look, it's so famous, it has its own Wikipedia article about how...
Yo, I'm surprised someone hasn't broke into it. Or is it just like... Or is that like a painted door? Is it not even a door? So like, if I broke into this, what would it just be a wall? What would happen? I'm so confused, bro.
It's fake, and that's how you know it's the real deal. Now, from the outside, it looks like your typical townhouse. You got your townhouse windows, your little townhouse fence, your creepy-looking staircase. But all of this metal here, this should give it away that there's something going on. And the windows are fully blacked out. If you had this tint on your car, the cops would probably arrest you. And look at the door. This thing is not designed to be opened by mere mortals. And honestly, it doesn't really stand out at all. It looks completely normal.
No, it does.
Stories that it's a secret passageway, that it's an escape route, that it's haunted.
Now, the building was originally constructed in 1847 as a private residence. For about 60 years, people lived here, but that all changed in 1907 when it was purchased by the Interborough Rapid Transit Company. They were the...
Wait. In a transit company? Yo, I wonder what the next door neighbors think, bro. Like, do they hear stuff? Yo, I ain't gonna lie. If I was one of the next... Actually, I'd be scared. I don't know. Would you guys... If I was the next door neighbor, I would drill through the wall and see what's on the inside. But it'd be very, very, very scary to see what you might see.
It was purchased by the Interborough Rapid Transit Company. They were the original New York City underground subway that was started in 1904. And the reason that they bought this particular building is because their subway runs directly underneath it. And since the subway consists of long tunnels with air moving through it, you've got to vent the air out somehow. Now, the building and all the buildings on the street predate the subway underneath the street. So that's why you can't just put a vent here. There's already something here. So the people building the subway bought the building and completely hollowed out the interior, and that makes it the world's only Greek revival subway ventilation shaft.
Well, that makes sense. That actually makes sense why it's like abandoned.
It also doubles as an emergency exit for the subways underneath it, which means if you're on the 4 and the 5 trains and there's a reason to evacuate, you might find yourself in this little neighborhood. And it's really like the most unlikely place for something like this to even exist. And if you're curious what something like this costs to buy, the building next door, this one right here, sold for $6 million about a year ago. You see our...
That's $6 million? Oh my God, when you said New York is expensive, I didn't realize it. Bro, what?
Metal hatch right here that is impenetrable. This is what that probably looked like, a little courtyard with like a basement apartment. Now, it might seem sad that this building no longer looks like this building, but in a city like New York, there's just so much going on here. We need things like fake buildings to hold it together and to do crazy science experiments.
That was cool, though. You You know what? I'm glad he's actually breaking down the buildings and like telling us the details instead of just like going to the building and be like, ah, well, it's a fake building, but you know we can't go inside. Yeah. Cheers, mate.
Does it still look like a biolab from over 100 years ago? Because that's what it was. This is the Strecker Memorial Laboratory.
Are you telling me this is fake?
It's a fake building, but it used to engage in bacteriological research right here on Roosevelt Island. And an island is probably the right place for weird research that could, you know, get out. You don't want it to get out. This
Makes
could be
sense.
like the X-Files, where if the infected bee stings you, something happens to you. It was built in 1892 as a laboratory for City Hospital. And the weird stuff that's in there now is definitely interesting. And apparently it had an autopsy room. Creepy. Right now I keep...
No, but the thing is this fake or is this abandoned, bro? Because it don't seem fake. You can see in it.
seeing these bizarre furnace things inside. Basement windows are blacked out. Can't see anything.
Okay.
Well, the side... It's looking real creepy. I hear like a lot of fans and stuff way up there. What's in here now?
Yeah.
I heard aliens.
Oh,
No, I'm just kidding.
we better get out of here.
It could be a little house in the country somewhere, but here it is isolated all by itself, and again, probably for good reason. Now,
Right.
if you don't know, Roosevelt Island is an island. We got Queens over in this direction, and then we got this massive bridge which will bring you over to Manhattan. And believe it or not, this place was a lab until the 1950s when it was completely abandoned, and it
Mad.
sat here for 22 years doing nothing. And then in 1972, it was designated as a historic landmark. And in the year 2000, it was purchased by the MTA that takes care of the subway and the trains. They're the ones operating.
Yo, all these subway and trains people are the reasons why they're buying all these buildings. They're just ventilating everything, bro.
The building today. You can see some very, very interesting equipment in there and a rather menacing looking hornet nest. I guess hornets are what put these holes in the glass. I don't know what type of experiment.
Wait. Yo, I've never seen like a hornet's nest on the outside of a building, bro. Huh? Wait. I swear these are like guns. What are these? Why these holes is like either a hammer's bashing on it, someone's trying to break in. They're bees, bro.
Hornet nest. I guess hornets are what put these holes in the glass. I don't know what type of experiments they were doing over 100 years ago, but now there is a lot of voltage running through here, and it's a power conversion substation for the subway trains. And
Right.
they need power. Listen to the door. It is singing. Now we think that they had to remove things like the autopsy room and the alien room in order to make room for all the power stations and all that crazy humming that we heard back there. But it's crazy to me that there was an actual lab here doing weird pathology across from where millions of people live. Man, these bees are everywhere. Soon, we're gonna go see a tower that's straight out of a science fiction movie. But
yeah, bro. This is weird. Why have I never heard of this tower if it's in New York and it's this big?
But first, we're gonna go see a building that was scientifically impossible to build, or so people thought. Does this look like the site of our next secret building? It is, and it's a great place to hide something you don't want anyone to touch, and it's all the way out here in the middle of the river. We're standing on Pier 34 in Manhattan. Look at that view. You can also see the ESB and the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, wow.
Look at how long this pier is. It goes all the way out, and you're probably wondering why there's a fake building in the middle of the river. Well, the reason that it's here is that it has to be here. It can't be on land because the thing that it does is under the water. We got a little security booth over here. Where are they going? What are they gonna do? Maybe they're gonna drive over here. You can't actually get to that side. That's like government only. This side people can walk on and fish on. That's what our friend is up to. But the reason this is here is because deep beneath the clear blue waters of the Hudson River is the Holland Tunnel. According to the map, it is directly below us at this moment. And at the time the tunnel was built, experts thought it was impossible to have a 2-mile-long tunnel with cars and exhaust fumes because all those fumes are in the tunnel. They can only escape at either end. You've got to have...
Oh, right. So this is... Bro, they're... Like, New York is smart, though, to have a building that's going to, like, ventilate the airflow from, like, underground stuff. That's smart.
Have ventilation, and at the time...
Don't tell me, though, that big, massive tower with no windows is also... Because that's massive, bro.
It hadn't been done before. Now, the tunnel itself took 7 years to build. Construction started in 1920, ended in 1927. What did you think it was when you first saw it?
Oh, some kind of generator or some, you know, some generator system. Or...
Now, 100,000 cars a day drive into Manhattan. 34 million people a year make this trip.
Wow.
So, tunnel's a big deal. It's doing what it needs to do. But the only reason it can do that is because inside here we've got massive fans that force air into the tunnel and suck air out. And believe it or not, this is not the only fake tower over here. There's 4 of these. Half of them suck the air out, the other half force it in. You can see another one way over here on the New Jersey side. See it right down there? Looks exactly the same. What's crazy is these things are almost 100 years old and they're still ticking away doing their thing. And it was all done before computers. Paper and pencil is how we got the hot.
Wait, so you know if like these all went out, would that tunnel just not have like airflow? You wouldn't be able to use it?
Tunnel. And when you think about how critically important this piece of infrastructure is, you definitely don't want any unauthorized people inside of it.
Yeah,
and look at these security gates. There's 2 sets of them, signs everywhere saying don't come in. Might be a police cruiser back there. There's also an ominous light on right there. That's a light bulb. But then look at that up there. They got satellite TV. And soon we're gonna go see the crazy skyscraper that has no windows and a hidden secret purpose. We're gonna go see the crazy skyscraper.
This is what I'm the most intrigued for right here. This is super cool, bro. Is that security or is that just someone that looks like security?
That has no windows and a hidden secret purpose. But it's important to understand that when the government wants to build a fake building, it doesn't always go as planned and sometimes it ends in disaster.
Huh? Well, you can tell that's fake. Yeah, look at this, mate. What is this?
Do you hear that? There's something going on in there. This is either the ugliest fake building ever built, or it is a masterpiece designed by a collective group of misunderstood geniuses. But the result is the same. Right now we're on the corner of Greenwich Avenue, and this is Mullery Square, and this building behind me is owned by the MTA. And I don't think they did a very good job of hiding the fakeness of this fake building.
They haven't, mate.
Like, look at this facade. No windows. It doesn't even extend to all.
It's like they tried, and it was like, you know what? Can't be bothered.
All sides. It's also incredibly noisy. There's a bunch of fans and vents in here that are related to the healthy functioning of the subway, which runs underneath the city. This thing is all vents and portals. Over here on the side, you can actually see a really big one. Now, part of the reason the design is so awful is because these fences, these were originally part of a very special 9/11 memorial, which was here in the square. But the MTA owns the square, and the fence was just there to protect it. Here's an image of the fencing before the building was here. Those pieces of the fence are what you see on the outside of this superstructure. Now, the purpose of a fake building is to blend in with the surrounding area so that residents don't notice and so that it doesn't bring down property values.
Yeah, I don't think, I don't think they're following the memo on this one, mate.
But to me, this just looks like an unfinished disaster. And what's also strange is even though this is a new vent station, underneath it, there aren't really any new trains. We've got the same subway lines under it that we had before it was built. And the construction of this thing was highly contested. There was a lot of back and forth between local community boards, historical preservation groups, and the city, which owned the property, to try to come up with something that made everybody happy. And I don't know.
What is that?
Does this make anybody happy? What is nice is that they kept pieces of the original fence and some of the original memorial artwork. It was called Tiles for America. But the next place we're looking at is highly secretive and is the subject of many conspiracy theories.
Yo, what is that? Bro, and he's saying it's secretive, so this can't be to do with the subway. Right? So what is this, bro? Okay, he's got doors, obviously, and just vents. What?
Many are calling this skyscraper the most terrifying building in the world. Tom Hanks sure thinks so. This is the scariest building I've ever seen. What goes on inside?
The thing is, it's not even like they even trying to hide it. You know what I mean? So, like, why are they even trying to make something this big so secretive, right? It's massive. It's not like you're going to miss it.
So this tower right here is 33 Thomas Street, and I think it looks pretty weird. It's 550 feet tall. It has 29 floors, and construction was started in 1969.
Wow.
It also doesn't have any windows. Those aren't windows. Those are vents to circulate air. And that's because inside of it are organic life forms, and they need air to live, we think.
But no windows. Bro, what is going on in there?
And even though the building is in such a highly prominent part of
It's really cool looking, I ain't gonna lie. I really like the look of it. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Lower Manhattan, we really don't know much. And even though the building is in such a highly prominent part of Lower Manhattan, we really don't know much about it. But we know that it's owned by AT&T. We know the address because it's written on the side of the building. The architectural style used here is called brutalism, and legend has it that a long time ago it was a telephone switching center for long-distance phone calls.
It's the Men in Black headquarters.
I've definitely heard that there's maybe some secret government stuff in there.
I think that's pretty much a guarantee. Look at it. It's like an impenetrable fortress. There's this massive retaining wall. There's cameras everywhere. And it's kind of eerie. Like, it's so big and there's no people. There's like nothing going on here, and they don't give tours. Why can't I have a tour?
Has no one ever seen like people go in and out? Like, surely you get a good idea of what's going on in there by the, you know, having a look at people going in and out.
This is the fenced off parking lot out back. Got some AT&T trucks. This has been described as one of the most secure buildings in America, and that's where the conspiracies start. Why is it so?
Wait, so surely it's just like probably like a service tower, no, for AT&T? What is branded as AT&T? So what the hell's going on, man?
So big. Why is it so weird? Why is it so secure?
It may be the only skyscraper in New York City built to withstand a nuclear blast. There's reportedly enough food, water, and generator fuel to sustain 1,500 people for 2 weeks.
So I guess you could say it's like a huge doomsday bunker. Now, obviously, it's got some sort of basement. That's why these...
Yo, imagine. Imagine. Like, it also goes like far down as well. Like, got a bit like a silo. Yo.
Cars are able to drive in there, but most of the building is what you see right here. And if there's an earthquake or some disaster in New York, this might be the last building standing. Could it be some sort of modern day Noah's Ark for elites? And the fact that it holds 1,500 people, food, supplies, water, necessities.
What happens if you try and walk in there? Can't you just try and walk in there? What would happen?
For elites. And the fact that it holds 1,500 people, food, supplies, water, necessities, that's insane. Weird, the facade here is kind of crumbling a little bit. I guess that's not as resilient as the superstructure. And look at this grand entrance that it has. It's almost like it was designed for masses of people to be walking in and out as they go to do things. Like it's not supposed to be a big secret, yet it is a big secret. And apparently the ceilings inside here are 18 feet tall, and the floors can hold 300 pounds. 300 pounds.
See, that's the thing about this place, bro, is like, the weirdest thing about it is that it's secretive, but it's not trying to be secret. Like, it's right there, bro. Do you know when, like, you hear about secretive places? They don't normally let you get close to it, or you can't really see much of it, or whatever, right? Bro, it's massive. It is massive. So, like, what? What's going on?
18 feet tall, and the floors can hold 300 pounds. 300 pounds of force per square foot. So you could move really heavy, large things around in there. And check this out, right on Wikipedia, it basically says it's probably the location of a national security agency mass surveillance hub. Maybe that's why it's so tall. There could be antennas, there could be all kinds of stuff in there, picking up signals, sending out signals, who knows? I also love how pretty much every car out front has, you know, the little antenna, super dark window tint so you can't see in. But if you think about it, a massive building with no windows and tons of security.
Surely someone has seen someone go into the building.
Everywhere and nobody coming in and out. This is the perfect place.
Wait, you don't ever see people coming in and out? There's no way. There's no way. There's no way.
Tint so you can't see in. But if you think about it, a massive building with no windows and tons of security everywhere and nobody coming in and out. This is the perfect.
See, that's the thing. Now, if it was something to do with AT&T, you would see workers coming in and out, right? Bro, what is this place?
Perfect place to hide and do things that you really want to keep a secret. But what do you think happens inside here or any of the other places we checked out? Let me know if I missed any fake buildings in New York. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for...
Nah, I need to know, bro. Yo, someone in the comments better know what this building is, because that's doing my head in now. I need to know. I can't go sleep tonight without knowing what that is. But really interesting video. Yeah, what on earth is that building? What? Really good video. Enjoyed that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, subscribe for more content. I'm live every single day on twitch.tv/L3WG. If you guys want to check me out over there, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.